July 13th, right in the middle of the summer dearth. And there's nothing for the bees to eat. So they're over here eating hummingbird feeders, and this hummingbird is too. Well, he flew away. And it's so miserable outside that you can't do anything unless you do it the first thing in the morning. And I mean like first thing, I think it's like right at 7 right now. Or you do it about, start maybe 6 or 6:30 at night, then it's still pretty hot. And we're at about high tide. I still got one set of sweet corn that's gonna come in right here. You can see those beds are about grown up. And let's check on this one ear of sweet corn right here. Sweet corn did miserable this year. Cow got out and got into it, and it didn't pollinate well. Let's just check this single ear. Yeah, look at that. Wouldn't you be mad if you bought that at the farm stand? So, just eat them kernels off like popcorn, and thank God that we're alive and not complain about the corn. So, I got some beans here too that also did miserable. But basically, the first garden is played out. The best success that we had this year on the first garden was with tomatoes. And right now, while it's cool, I've got another little box of seed from Johnny's that I'm gonna plant. I've got some fast growing, like 68 day corn right there. Sorry, I had to hiccup. And we're gonna plant it. I got some 85 day corn, we're gonna plant it. And then I got some, let's see, 69 day corn. And I don't think I've ever grown any of these before. This one says hybrid bicolor SH2 kickoff. There it is, right in the middle. Kickoff. Oh man, that ain't corn, that's pumpkins. Yeah, we're gonna plant some pumpkins and some solstice F1. So, and it sounds like we've got a pig out. Let's go check on that. What are you doing out? You're not supposed to be out. We're gonna fire this sucker up. We're gonna get out here and till some ground real quick. All right, there's nothing existing here, so we're gonna have to tap into our header with our new piece and put us a piece of this irrigation on. I'm not real worried about measuring this. This row right here, I don't think the header's right there. I think it's like right there. So it doesn't have to be exactly centered. You just have to have the extra distance on the other end. Also, for this second planting, I'm not real worried about it being straight. What I can do is I can look and see right there's where my tiller went. And right there, see that line? That's about the middle of my tiller. I'm just gonna plant it because we're not gonna plant this in any fabric. We're gonna put straw around it whenever it comes up. If it comes up, Lord willing. See how that went on there just then? You don't want to mix up and put the hole in your header right here on the wrong side. You want to make sure and do the little side to the header, the big side to the tape. So we just showed you how to do that. Now look, really there's a tool for this header, but I ain't got it. Had to dig for it, so I'm just gonna cut this with a knife, and guess what? It's gonna be all right. I sure hope. Boom. And I messed it up. The knife was too sharp. Dadgummit. So you know what's gonna happen? It's just gonna leak a little bit right there. And I'm sure that during a drought that the grass ain't gonna argue with me about that. So here you go, got it on there. Tool's much better, but you can do it with a pocket knife. Do it with a razor knife and it'll probably cut it too much. It'll be all right. Now we're gonna slip this on. Now I'm making sure to keep my little nipples on the upside right there. See them emitters? See those? I want those on the upside so they don't get clogged up as easily. They'll probably still get clogged up a little bit, but we don't want them clogged up more than necessary. All right. Got that on there, it's twisted on. I'm gonna pull it just a little bit. It's good. Now look, see my line down there? I'm gonna just pull this down the length of it. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna go the other end and pull it out tight. We'll take some of these to push it in with. But you already know all this stuff because you watched the other videos, hadn't you? Now remember, you don't want this kinked up anywhere at all. So go down your line and untwist it. See right here how this is just a smooth roll? You don't even want it like that right there because it'll bind up on you. When I say smooth roll, I mean over the course of a length. You don't want it to turn at all. And we're actually going to pull that up just a little bit and set it just outside of our row right there. And remember my row is that little ditch right there. Now I'm gonna put me in some of these stakes, landscaping stakes, pins. Pins is what they call them. I don't have a planter or anything, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece of pipe and I'm gonna come down that furrow and make it just a little bit deeper. And see, I'm making me a little trench right there. This is not straight. I have taken a bicycle in the past and made me a stake on the other end and just walked the bicycle down the row, and it makes you a perfect line. But we're not worried about it today, so we're just gonna drag this stake. And it might be off by a foot on the other end, but that's okay. This is late planting corn. All right, see? Now we got a better furrow. Now, I'm gonna do my best to hold this bag of corn, this pipe, and the camera, and I'll show you what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna take me a piece of corn and just drop it down the pipe. Move to my next spot right there. Drop it down the pipe. Don't be a dummy and clog the end of your pipe up, because you're gonna get to the end of your row and it's gonna be full of corn and your row is gonna be full of nothing. And then in 2 weeks, you're gonna be like, hey, what? So make sure and not clog up your pipe. In other words, don't press it to the soil, just set it on top. Now here's the danger of doing this so late. You probably sweat through your pants and bust your corn bag open, so throw them on the ground. Only thing we got left is to hoe in our corn, cover it up. Ooh, this is harder to do with one hand than you think. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, come back, I'll show you some other stuff. Get out there and plant some corn. God bless y'all.